Coming to you from Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge in Ingalls, Indiana, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. It's the Final Third Podcast.
Welcome back to the Final Third Podcast. I'm Rob.
And for the last time, for a while, I'm Isaiah.
Heck yeah.
You got to introduce yourself.
We'll miss you.
Yes, I'm Mike.
What are
And
you
Mike.
wearing on your head, Rob?
Hat.
It looks like
Hat.
you stole some grandpa's flannel.
It's the distillery. It's the distillery hat. The distillery.
It is literally, the place is literally called the Distillery.
It's Boston's Cali hat, man.
Okay,
I
there
like
you
it.
go.
I love these hats.
Wow.
They're
I
so
like the blue.
comfortable. I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
All right.
go.
So today is Isaiah's last day, and hopefully my voice will continue to last for the rest of the trip
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
It will be fine.
You'd be fine.
But today we're gonna smoke the La Galera La Instructora Perfección Royal Corona. It's a lot.
It's a lot of words.
What's this made of?
This is Ecuadorian Habano Rosado wrapper, Dominican Criollo 98, Dominican Piloto, Cubano Criollo 98 fillers. And it's one of Hochi Blanco's master blends that he created. He actually grew these different tobaccos from specific seeds in different regions just to try to create something extra special. It's a little bit more pricey. I mean, this is not bad. This is under $13. But special line, and it's delicious, and I think it's going to go really great with this bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heck yeah.
So
So
you
we're
wanna talk about the
doing
bottle?
we're doing Caymus Cab Sauv today.
Heck
Which
yeah.
we talked about last week.
We
We've
did.
never done a wine pairing.
I know.
No.
I'm excited.
I am too.
Very excited.
I
This
love
is
this
normally
bottle.
the point in the show where I grab the bottle and read something, but I don't even know what you want to know about wine specs. This is 2021 Napa Valley Cab. It's a whole liter.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a liter bottle.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can see the Wagners on the back.
Yeah.
Wow. There they
Third
are.
generation, I think.
Third generation.
Third generation now is what they're on.
We have a wine
Do you want to
opener.
open it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's typically
Yeah.
how we run the show. What do you got
Oh.
there?
He's got the master tool system over here.
Yeah.
I think
Looks
he
like
bought.
he spent way too much money.
Well, no, I
on
think he
this.
bought this off the back of the Snap-on
Yeah.
truck.
So-
Snap-on truck. Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
It's pretty fancy. I like
So what's the name of this thing? Do you know the name of the
it. Oh God. Jen, what's this called? A rabbit.
rabbit?
This is the rabbit.
What? Why would you do this instead of just pulling the cork out?
Well, that's what it does.
That's all it does.
It's just a machine, yeah. So you start
so
here,
it's just-
clamp it around the top, cork down, cork up.
Wow.
Then you go down and up again, and it'll pull your cork out for you instead of having to hand twist it off your spindle there.
So basically, it's a wine nerd. I'm
It
gonna
is.
one up you whenever I open my freaking
or
bottle.
yeah.
I was having trouble 2 bottles deep opening the third one.
Yeah.
And we had to make it more efficient.
And then we have our foil cutter.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's great.
That
That's
is
actually
bougie.
nice there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then if I like to save these. We always save these, and we saved our corks. We have a nice little cork collection at home. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Toss that in
crazy.
your collection there. So
I never even knew
Let's
that
see if
this
we can
thing
do this the right way.
existed.
yeah, do it right-handed. Do it the right way.
That's a pretty cool contraption.
Yeah, if it works.
If it works, that
If
is
it
the real
works.
question, because this looks super far off on a liter bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if it's only well, the top should be the same, shouldn't it?
It's
Look
just
at
not
that.
very straight.
It works.
It's working great.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
Look
my
at that.
goodness.
So then that's it.
Oh
So
man.
hold it
That
there.
is
Now, if it
beautiful.
works the right way, we go down and then back up,
And you can put it back in.
and that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
So
perfect.
it pulls it out, so you don't
Oh
have
my
to worry about it.
goodness.
So you can reuse it. Probably not if you don't want to shove it in there.
yeah.
We've got pours for that. We've got
Yeah.
stoppers.
I mean, this is a real cork. So
Yeah.
if you shove it back in there, that's a
then you got your pour top.
wow.
Fancy.
There you are, sir.
We have a
All
collar
right.
too, but the collar doesn't fit around the liter bottle either, so
collar.
hardly know her.
Amen.
We got to put that on the board. We got to put one of those on there.
I hardly know.
So proper pour for a wine glass. Stop me when it's proper.
Ooh, do you feel proper yet?
Nope.
Yeah.
I really could not tell you.
Whatever you feel
I
comfortable
drink with bougie wine people, and they'll just fill their glasses
Well,
because they.
I was
to
curious though.
drink.
Seriously, what I think is it 5 ounces?
I think a normal pour is 4 or 5
4 or
ounces.
5 ounces. Okay.
But when you test a wine, you go to a nice restaurant, you test a wine, they'll pour you half ounce or so in your glass. You test it out, see what's going on, and
I love the smell of this Caymus, man. I really
we're not
got
that formal.
I got to baby
we're
this
not.
stuff when I was up at Bongi's. That's where I first got to try it, and I loved it.
Yeah, there's so many of the
smells
like
fantastic.
French oak notes on the nose. It does that kind of vanilla, the baking spice
Blackberry.
thing. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful. Can't wait to get into
Smells
that.
good.
I'm going to get into the cigar.
All right, cold draw on the cigar. What we got going on here?
Cocoa.
Yeah.
Not quite Cocoa Puffs this time, but cocoa.
No, it kind of does some of those cereal grain things too for me.
It's almost like a cocoa Cheerios.
Okay, yeah, I could see
I
that.
don't know if there's a such thing or not, but that's what it reminds me of.
It is,
Cocoa Cheerios.
yeah.
I've had
'cause
chocolate
it is
Cheerios
kind of,
before.
it is a little
Yeah.
oaty.
Yeah, it does have the oat thing
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
A little bit of hay.
Cool.
Yeah, so the bands on these are kind of cool. I mean, you can't
Hard to
really
read.
You can't read it really.
But if you can, you're special because it's very hard to see.
Actually, this is the first time I've noticed that band you can read. There's La Instructora on there.
It's like foil press, so you
Yes.
can see the indentation of the name on there.
But it's got
very hard
this
to
same
see.
as the boxes. It's got these Jackson Pollock paintings,
Yeah.
and he is very much into artistic and all that. So a lot of his boxes have that on there, and it's kind of cool. The bands aren't real informative, but it's kind of cool.
It's just something to catch your eye.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I had one of these, it reminded me of just the band, not the makeup or anything. Reminded me of the Cicerones, because they have the same
Yeah.
kind of marketing with their box, and they have the different paintings on the bands, and
And dude
that's
that
cool.
does the art on those Cicero,
Mhm.
he does some pretty amazing, because you can actually buy the bands on those cigars as artwork to hang
Right.
in your
Oh,
house.
oh yeah, or collect
Yeah.
the boxes, take the lids off, and
Yeah.
make a mural out of them. It's pretty
It's very
so-
cool. Yeah.
This
On the first light up, man, this is
now we have this idea of chocolate Cheerios stuck in my head, but it kind of is on the palate.
It kinda
it's
is.
really light. The retro hell has a little bit of baking spice quality in there, and it's really nice.
it is it balances. It's got a really good balance of flavors.
Yeah.
I can't really pull any specific note out, but it's like balanced very nicely.
So what is it in the Criollo 98 that stands out to you the most? Because that's what this is made up of. So
Yeah, from what I remember, the Criollo 98 gives you a lot of the, I mean, with the a little extra age on the tobacco, it gives you a lot more of those subtle baking spice notes like the nutmegs and cardamom, some of those kind of things.
I
You
can
know,
see that.
so that's what I remember from Criollo 98. I think it also gives you a little bit of the strength. Because this, if you were looking at just the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper and the Piloto Cubano, those are both typically milder tobaccos. So to get any strength out of this, you're going to have to get that from the Criollo 98.
Right.
Now, Dominican tobacco typically doesn't come across as real strong.
Sure.
So you don't get a lot of that same strength as you would like a Nicaraguan, that's going to have a lot more punch to it. But this is going to be probably, a solid medium. And that's probably all you're going to be able to get out of having so much Dominican tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Cool.
you mentioned the price point on it was what, 12, 13,
12,
sub 13?
Yeah, sub 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
In
in La Galera's lineup, that's fantastic.
yeah. These are were these event only?
No.
Okay.
Nope. No, there was
Which
no.
one was? Didn't they have the?
Did La Galera have event only?
I thought there was one in the La Instructora line that was event only. And we were able to buy a bunch because of the event. And actually, that's when we got these in, wasn't it?
I think you're thinking of maybe the ambush from Black Label.
Maybe it is.
No.
Because I
I
don't
got
remember
something
getting
from,
one.
from Brad when he was here.
There might have been some. I'll have to go back and
Yeah.
look and see.
Yeah.
That was a special something.
It was.
Special something. All right.
I'm ready to get into this wine. God, that nose is so beautiful on this.
The beautiful
Oh.
thing about a wine of this class is that there's no acidity that would throw off anything going on with the cigar.
No, and I can see someone that is into like super, super dry cabs say this is too sweet. Because it doesn't do the same drying thing that some other cabs I've
Sure.
had does, which I don't mind. I like it.
It's not tannic dry.
Not tannic dry. That's what I'm thinking.
but
You're
as
right.
far as sweetness level, it is dry.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's-
I get a lot of sweetness out of this still.
Very good.
I love it.
Leathery.
I love it. We need to make sure that Jen and Lisa knows that they can come get their pour whenever they want to.
Please. Entry, please.
I only gave Lisa a little bit for now because she's not a huge dry wine fan yet. So we'll see if she likes this one. If she does, we've still got half a bottle here. So we still have half a bottle if you want more than
It's
that.
Jen's jam.
Jen's going to
Caymus
pour the
is
rest of hers
Jen's
in her
jam.
in her glass. Yeah. Here.
There you go.
Oh, you're going to pour it on. She's going to pour it so you can see how to pour it.
No.
Oh,
You got to do the Olive Garden
You're
thing
totally
where you
right.
pour
It's
it
5
over.
ounces.
5 ounces? Okay,
5
cool.
ounces.
Cool.
You got to do the Olive Garden thing
think?
where they pour over their arm
wanna give
for
your
whatever
opinion?
reason. Yeah, it really is like that.
Except they don't pour until you tell them to stop, like the cheese.
Too dry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too dry for Lisa.
Yeah.
See, I think it's right. It's
Hey,
perfect. It is perfect.
let it air out a little bit and try it again.
Yeah, see if it-
like just give it a little bit of time and try it again because
There's a lot more in there.
also you're switching from a Dr. Pepper to that, so anything's gonna seem dry right now. So yeah, don't make
I
your
like
final
the flavor.
verdict.
I like the flavor, but I say it makes my tongue feel hairy.
That is
Fuzzy.
I get what you're
that's
saying.
an interesting descriptor, but I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Licking velvet, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Shout out to
Not my
Will.
preference.
He's on his fuzzy trips again.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about he's out licking velvet.
That's what made me think of that because he said yesterday all the rum was fuzzy.
Oh, that's right. He
So-
did, yeah.
Yes. Will's drunk
Way to
text
bring
of the
that
week.
back to something better, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Will.
Appreciate you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
It is.
Yeah.
Not as dry as I anticipated at all. I really expected it to be a little
Have you had this before, Jen? Really?
Not 21. I think we've had one
okay.
a few years ago. Sorry, I think we've had one a few years ago, but
Yeah.
no. How what,
Some
next
of
year?
some of my friends
Maybe
will tell
2-3
me
years at least.
2016, 2017 are like amazing. But
Honestly,
I think
that's probably close to where
yeah.
what sherry. So that's probably close 20.
Yeah.
I think the one I had from Boggies was 2019.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
That's what Deshaung's always chasing after. So
Is it?
2019.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that not too long ago.
I mean, and that's the thing with wines. If you like a wine, you're typically going to like it across the board, but you will like different vintages more than others.
Sure.
And
The weather and like this. Was it 2019 when the fires went through? Or
Yes.
18?
Yeah.
So that probably.
No. 17, 19,
17
and
was the fires.
21 was flooding.
yeah.
So 18 would have been a rebound year. So 19 would have been back to normal. So that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, very similar to small batch whiskey, too. Every year, you're gonna find some be like better than others. Wine's no different. Actually, wine is probably more.
It
obvious.
is
Definitely more
It just
variable.
there's no. I mean, there's no distillation. There's no
Yeah.
real filtration. Part of the wine drinking experience is something they call terroir, and that's you actually being able to taste the growing season
Yeah.
Yep.
and the dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legitimate. Yeah.
I don't know, and maybe
Get in here.
I do the 3-sip rule.
Okay.
Let my tongue acclimate.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm eating skins of grapes. There's
Yeah.
no sweetness to it, but it's the skin. And then I have a very, the inside of my mouth is no longer slick. It like drags.
Yeah.
What is that? That's what I don't like. Where I get
you don't
resistant.
like the mouth feel.
Yeah, I don't like the mouth feel either.
Interesting.
It's not
So is
sweet
that
enough,
the-
and the mouth feel is. It's like I have a film all over the inside of my mouth.
Picking more of the
I wonder
tannins,
if that's the oak tannins.
you're
Yeah.
picking up way too much of the oak
Yeah.
tannins there.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
it is. It is dry.
Because it
drying.
is.
Yeah.
It is very dry. Do you know why it's red? Do you know how they make it red? We learned this.
I just assumed it was from the grapes, but
Well, so with like the Sauvignon Blanc stuff, how they're white, like most of the skins are removed from that. So with the red wines and like the cabs and the darker reds, they leave the skins in.
Oh.
And that's what gives it more of that tannic flavoring.
That's
is
what
that
I
there's
taste.
extra
That's what
skins
that's
in the fermentation process. So
the bitter skin. Yeah, that makes sense
so
then.
It
Okay.
makes it more bitter.
Huh.
Yeah.
So if
that
they
right?
were to do the same wine without the skins, it would be a whole bunch sweeter. pretty
And
much.
probably a white.
Oh,
Depending on
probably
the
a white.
type
Well,
of grapes.
you could also take it less far in the fermentation.
Right.
Like you could stop it sooner.
Yeah, and that would make
some
it sweeter.
places will actually back sweeten, which
It's blasphemy.
I think so. But
Sometimes.
but a lot of your cheaper wines will back sweeten just because it
hits a
takes
certain
it
palate.
takes a lot of question out of the equations.
Yeah.
Have you ever experimented with cheaper, sweeter stuff and let a remnant sit in your glass? Look at your glass the next day, full of sugar crystals in the bottom.
Really? Yeah,
Not to
I
knock,
normally finish my glasses.
right, but even the tiny little bit that's sitting in the bottom, if
Yeah.
you sit it in your sink, don't rinse it. Not to knock, but your Cubers, your Starlight, your
Yeah.
Oliver, things that are back sweetened or just sweeter in general, you will have a crystal ring in the bottom of your glass, even if it's pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm.
This, I'd be very curious to see if there's anything left, because there's
I would bet not.
I would doubt
It would just stain
Yeah.
your glass.
100%. That's okay.
I
My
I have-
palate says no.
her palate says no. That's okay.
I like
you
it.
you gave it a valiant effort,
I mean-
Lisa.
I drank it. So.
Yeah, you did.
So we've been to Napa a couple times. Went for our honeymoon 2017, went back last year for our 5-year anniversary. We toured a bunch of places. I mentioned this last week. We just kind of showed up and just showed up in the middle of winter and it was raining. And we were able to get into a bunch of places. I'm into reds more than she is because most of the time the reds made her not feel so hot. Why was that? Do you remember what the guy said? He explained it to you. It was something
We
with
talked
the
about this
dyes.
because I get
Yeah.
the same thing on
It
most
was-
reds.
I don't remember exactly what he said. It was something along the lines of what goes into it. So it could be a dye allergy. Most of them don't have added dyes. So he said there were specifics in the tannins, but I don't remember
I was
I'm gonna
told
call him.
nitrates.
I'm going to call him. It was something with nitrates and tannins, but I don't remember exactly how. But we sat in his shop for probably 4 hours, and he just said, try this one, try that one. Tell me how this tastes. It was the coolest experience ever because he said he taught me to talk about the flavors that I'm tasting and rate bitterness, and he was able to find several reds. And he said, take this bottle home. You guys need a bottle to drink with dinner. Take this home. Come see me tomorrow. Tell me how you feel. I was fine.
Yeah.
I was absolutely fine.
Do you remember, was it Italian wine by chance?
Everything was,
was all
French
Napa.
or Napa.
Okay, because there was,
Everything that he had.
because we have a guy that comes in here and he's a huge wine guy, and he said a lot of the Italian wines don't use the nitrates for the preservation.
Yeah.
And he said that will never give you a headache. It's the ones usually they add the nitrates for
That
that
makes
protection.
sense.
And I'm like, well, that makes sense for me. Then maybe that's, I just need to find the ones that don't have that.
Yeah.
Hopefully this one doesn't have it because this is delicious.
I love it. I'm super
Yeah.
excited.
I don't remember actually when I had the glass up at Bongi's, I don't remember having a headache that night from it. So
Yeah, I
usually
can't
one
imagine
glass
that
will
would
do
have
it.
the same stuff that some of the others do.
I wouldn't think
and I
so.
think like he had brought up too, like a lot of times they do that with additives to kind of be a filler to make up for lost weight in the fermentation. So
Okay.
when they pull the skins back out, they try to make up for some of that to make
The
it
volume.
not so dry or to give it more volume. So it was a cool thing. Like, it's cool to learn about, like, we know about mash bills and stuff like that. So, like, it's really cool to go into,
or at
like,
least we pretend to know.
or we
all
pretend
about
to know.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
we know what a mash bill is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
if we read about it, it's true. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to, like, and you were talking about rum last week. Like, it's really cool to, like, go into a different field and, like, learn all these new things about stuff that you really enjoy, but may not know a lot about. And learn their process.
At the end of the day, like, these are all fermented products, and fermentation is just controlled rot. Like, you just take it down to its absolute core, and you are trying to control rot.
Push it to the edge.
And but that means that there's so many similarities between all of the alcoholic beverages, whether that's mead or wine or bourbon, rum. There are a lot of factors that are in play across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going with a cigar.
Rob just zoned out. That's what he just
No,
told me.
I was working the palate because going from the wine back to the cigar, it dries out your palate. It hits all the dry notes. It loses all its flavor. But going from the cigar back to the wine gets sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
But in both cases, it blows out the cigar. You don't have much coming from the cigar anymore.
Yeah.
So this one, honestly, probably would have been better to do something with a full-bodied San Andreas or something like that. So this might not have been the best pairing for this. Cigar's great with whiskey, maybe not with wine.
It is a little,
We'll find out when we get more into it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're barely into the first third, so.
I'm still getting some of those cereal or almost now it's presenting as toast qualities out of the cigar.
It's just kind of mellowing it out a lot.
Baking spices there. And going back to the wine, I'm finding more of that baking spice, that kind of French oak characteristic in it than I would.
I will back up a bit. After having the sip and then letting it sit for a minute and then go back to the cigar, the cigar is very more rich now. So it's definitely one of those things where don't do it immediately. Smoke, drink, smoke. Let it sit on your palate, let your palate refresh, and then go back to the cigar.
Yep,
Vice versa. Because the cigar is now right back to where it was. It's perfect. So,
it is.
And am I wrong about this? Isn't wine a type of palate cleanser as well? I mean, not in the way of like crackers when you're drinking wine, but doesn't it actually reset your palate in some ways? Or am I wrong?
I think it came with the right pairing.
I would say you're wrong.
Okay. I was just curious because that's what it just did to my palate. Was it seemed to cleanse my palate.
Because I think it would be palate blown out more times than not.
Right.
By just an acidic red.
Right. But with no acidity.
With no acidity,
Right. So I think that, it shouldn't.
It
shouldn't.
If you are getting a nice bottle of wine, it should not be acidic. And it literally doesn't matter what the type is. I mean, of course, there is some inherent acidity, but that should not be a predominant characteristic in the bottle of wine. If you're buying a nicer bottle, I'm not sure that's a desirable thing for anybody.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
Like a sour beer. I don't want a sour wine.
Well, you can.
That's not my jam.
In college, we used to drink
bathtub wine.
The Trader Joe's. It was like the $2 chuck.
$2 chuck.
We used to do $2 chuck and burger night, and like that was bougie.
Bougie.
The burger washed out your wine flavors.
Yeah. Actually, at that point in time in my drinking career, I did not mind the $2 chuck. Nowadays, if I go back to it, I'd probably have a different story.
Don't act like we weren't there too.
Yeah.
Don't act like we haven't done that more times than not.
I started with Caymus. This was the first thing I ever drank.
Really?
No.
I'm like, damn, that's go big or go home. Kind of like my story with whiskey there.
We found $2 chuck from her aunt, and she was like, you have to try this. It's really inexpensive. It's a great option. And we loved it for like 5 years.
Yeah.
It was good.
Hey,
I
saved you a lot of money for a while, didn't it?
It did.
She started us on some high end stuff. Like we got screwed from the get go. Thanks, Sherry. Appreciate that. She's never gonna listen to this, but she set us up. She was like, here, you need some wine to take home with you. And I looked it up and I was like, why are you sending we'll say 21-year-old home with a $50 bottle of wine? I couldn't buy this again if I had to. I'm a broke college kid.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
So $2 chuck came in clutch.
Yeah,
setting you
absolutely.
up for future.
So if she goes to her aunt's house to drink red wine, I leave her there.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of the bottles your mom buys and says, "Hey, I need someone to drink with me," and you go drink with her, don't
This
you?
is one of the bottles that I buy for my mother.
Oh, okay.
As a gift, and then she doesn't want to finish it all by herself, and I just
And invite you over for dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my father doesn't drink anymore, so I just have to bear the struggle of finishing a bottle of Caymus with her.
Oh, darn.
It's a tough job.
Yeah.
It really
Somebody
is.
has
I
to do
feel
it.
for you. I really
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
What a tough job.
It's like I go and I spend $90 on a bottle, and it's like it's for her for Christmas.
Yeah,
but it's like it's also for me.
it's also for me.
I think she knows that. And
It'll come back.
She appreciates it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a gift that keeps
parents
on
always
giving,
like
right?
when the kids come home and hang out with them. So
Yeah.
that's
Do
good.
they?
Yeah, they
Oh.
do.
What's that like?
Sorry, we won't go there.
Mike is talking about his daddy issues currently.
No.
No.
Daddy issues with
Nope.
Mike Bother.
Yeah.
So I did see an article come through this week from Rocky Patel. So Rocky is building a new factory, and this
Oh, I
new
saw that too, yeah.
this new factory is not going to
Were
be just
they
a
the
factory.
one that had
it's a
the factory
compound.
burned down?
No, that was
AJ?
It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Fuente.
Fuente.
It was Fuente in what?
Not a
22?
factory. It was just I think one of the curing barns.
Yeah.
But no, Rocky's open. I mean, it's not like I said. It's not a factory. It's a compound,
Oh, really?
and he's gonna be able to produce 60,000 cigars per day.
Oh, jeez.
My gosh.
Think about that. That's over 2 million, even with a few days off, or 20 million in a year. 20
That's
million
nuts.
more cigars you'll be able to get. Now, Rocky's already got 10,412 SKUs.
He needs a couple more.
Is that a legitimate number?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But it honestly wouldn't surprise me if that
No.
was his legitimate
No, but he
number.
does have probably. He's got
the
he's
Edge,
got hundreds.
the Edge Toro, the Edge 100.
Yes, but to him to be able to create more, what that's going to do is it's going to help him not only make more of his own cigars, but also contract out more cigar brands. So just like in whiskey, where you get sourced whiskey, cigars are sourced a lot of times too from factories where someone goes in and says, I want you to blend this cigar with me, and maybe they want to blend it themselves, but a factory still has to make it. This is going to allow Rocky to do that for
Sure.
a lot of small brands where that was going away a little bit because no one could keep up with their own brand.
And that's a smart move for
It
Rocky.
is.
He's going to be contract making cigars like crazy, and I'm sure he's going to expand his own lines. I don't know why he wouldn't with that sort of output. But there are so many brands that are having to find different factories to roll, and they'll
Yep.
just all turn to Rocky. And you know what? Rocky Cigars construction, fantastic.
It is. Yeah.
It's just absolutely fantastic construction. It's not always my flavor palette, but if they're doing blending and he's just contract making them for him, it's gonna be great.
A guy like
it'd be a good
Rocky-
move for any brand to have him make their cigars.
Exactly. And a guy like Rocky has access to any tobacco he wants in the world. Now, he may not be able to buy it all, but he's going to be able to find it.
He'll get it one way or another.
He'll get it. Yeah. So
He's pretty good at that.
So that was kind of a cool story to hear this week. But a couple of cigars that are coming out too. I know Aladino has released their cigar coming out for TPE, which is coming up. I think this next week.
Oh, yeah.
It is this
next
weekend.
week,
Yeah.
This
So
week.
they're bringing out the Candela and a Toro.
Oh, nice.
So they're doing the
cool.
Toro
Yeah.
Candela.
That seemed to go over really well anyways.
It
so.
did, yeah. I still wish they wouldn't put it out for St. Patty's Day, but you know what?
Is that what they're gonna do again this year?
It is. TPE is right before St. Patty's Day, so
They
yeah, it
are-
is what it is.
I love you, Aladino. I think you make fantastic cigars, but I think you're literally just pigeonholing your cigar
Well,
into.
and I will say a lot of people think that way anyway. They're not going to smoke
Yeah, it's
a
green.
green cigar unless
Yeah.
it's St. Patty's Day.
Like a filthy hooligan.
It is what
I mean,
it is.
that's
And honestly-
what they
Yeah,
market it
Filthy
to.
Hooligan is on a different level. That's not a.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
not
what they
very
market it
good.
to.
Yeah,
like-
I know.
Yeah, it is. So that one's coming out. That's going to be fun. The Mil Diaz is coming out with their Maduro.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try that because all the things you love about Mil Diaz with a dark, more full-bodied wrapper on. I'm like,
Yeah,
let's go.
we talked about it a little bit last
Yep.
week, and it was interesting that they have changed some of the filler components. the interesting part about it is that they changed some of the filler components, changed the wrapper, but are still going out of their way to call it Mil Diaz.
Yeah.
So it's promising to me. I also wonder just how it's going to stack up with the normal Mil Diaz, but I will for sure be one to try it.
Yes.
That will not be a hard buy for me.
That just
think any of them
tells
are.
me that what they're looking to do is, Mil Diaz is by far their best-selling cigar ever.
It's delicious.
And it's really good. What it tells me is they're looking to make a brand behind Mil Diaz.
Which I don't know why they wouldn't previously.
They kind of have. They've done the Maranitos, which had a slightly different blend.
Yeah.
So they've kind of done that on limited editions.
But now
not
we're
on
talking
regular
about
editions.
shelf staples.
Yes.
That this will be one of their biggest lines to date, and it's a great idea. Might as well take the cigar that's satisfying most of your customer base and give them another variation.
Just tweak it a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with
Yeah,
that, I think it was going to have a broadleaf wrapper, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. The new Maduro.
So with that should just add maybe one tick up in strength, a little
Chocolate.
more of those dark chocolatey notes to it. So
Yeah, that was the Connecticut broadleaf wrapper over Ecuadorian Habano binder and fillers from the 3 different regions.
it's going to be chocolate raisin brand.
It sounds delicious to
It
me.
does to me too.
Yeah.
Does me too.
It is interesting. That choice to get rid of, I'm pretty sure it's a Peruvian component in the original Mil Diaz. It's either Peru or Costa Rican. I'm thinking Peru. But getting rid of that is super interesting to me, especially on that thing. But maybe it just wasn't doing that much, and maybe it was overpowered by the wrapper, and they decided to do something different.
I'm looking up
Yeah,
the
you're
blend
fact
on it.
checking me that.
No, I'm curious if it's.
No, please do.
I can't remember.
Now we
if
want to
it's-
know.
Yeah, now I'm interested because
Let's see if we get to come up.
I feel like
Here we
you
go.
said it was Peru at one point, so I'm sticking with that.
I think so, but that is not something that I have for sure committed to memory.
Costa Rica.
Costa
Yeah.
Rica.
I thought
Wow.
I was thinking Costa Rica when you said that. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Which Peruvian's a little bit more herbal. Costa Rica's a little bit brighter.
Totally.
so can you get those? Like, will they send you samples before you take on a shipment of those?
Hey,
Or will
Jake.
they reach out?
Hey, Jake.
Jake.
We need some samples, Jake.
Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
We'll
Well,
take
if it's
6
coming
samples.
out, if it's coming out of TPE, no, because we won't see him until after TPE.
But you'll be able to get some at TPE.
Yeah, I'm not going TPE.
Okay.
We're going PCA.
PCA.
But I don't know. I can't remember if this was coming out of TPE or PCA, because they're
The
only a
Milteris
month
was
apart.
TP.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that one was coming from TP.
So that's what's going to be kind of hard for a lot of brands, are deciding what they're going to bring out. If they're going to bring out anything at TPE, are they going to hold it till PCA? What that's going to do, because it's going to require them, if they do for both, it's going to require them to bring out 2 new cigars, and hopefully they're not waiting until fall and winter to actually send them out, because everyone's going to be waiting until spring or from spring on. So hopefully we're able to get them right away. I think from what I heard, Mil Diaz for sure is coming right after TPE. The Candela Toro from Aladino will be coming out obviously before February 17th, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
Do you think brands will release all at one show or the other, or do you think a lot of them are going to split their releases between the shows so that they have something new and shiny and keep people's attention?
I think they have to split them
Yeah.
Well, so
you have
so
to have
where's
something
PCA
shiny
this
each one.
year?
in Vegas
In
this year.
Vegas? Okay, so well, I was gonna
Last year
say-
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not last year in Vegas, but last year for the next few years in
Yeah,
Vegas.
the change venue. I was gonna say if it's in a different demographic, then maybe split your portfolio between based on your clientele. But
Yeah, but
It's all
they got
just
so much
shops
coming out. Yeah.
coming
it's
there.
shops and places like that are coming from all over the country anyway. Actually, all over the world. People come from all over the world.
Didn't
for this show.
PCA limit like public access the last couple years?
They did.
So
They-
they actually
well,
allowed some people in,
At one point, they decided they wanted to open up and have a consumer day,
Yeah.
but then just
which honestly, And nothing wrong with having consumers come to a show. That's not
It's
what
just
the
not
shows
for
are
them.
for.
Yeah.
Trade shows are to sell it to people that are going to sell your product.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's what this is, a trade show.
Yeah.
It's not really a consumer show. It'd be like Big Red Liquor's event. We went down there to taste all the liquor. Well, you know what? They also have trade shows where the liquor people go to sell directly to the people that are buying the products to sell them to consumers. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. This really wasn't ever designed to be a show
Like a
for,
public. Yeah.
Well, and none
because
of
I mean, think about it too. You know, if I'm a guy and I'm a small shop, I make very little money, and I can only be out there one day or a day and a half, and
You
I'm
wanna
in
get
there.
overshadowed by people.
Well, you got 50 people waiting in line to meet Nick Perdomo,
yeah.
and you're like, I just want to buy cigars from Nick Perdomo. Well, he can't get to me because he's talking to his consumers, which
Sure.
he should, because those are the people smoking the cigars. So
And
it's
he
like,
will.
and it separates them. So most of the brands would rather not have that so that they can be focused on sales.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it would be different, and it would be looked at differently if it was a direct to consumer model from any of these companies. It
Yeah.
would make sense to have a consumer day if they were able to sell cigars on their websites, and if that was a predominant thing for them. But it's just not.
But that's what the big smokes are for.
Yeah.
That's what the whiskey and cigar fests are for. That's what the
Yeah.
barn smokers
And there's
are
plenty
for.
of them.
They're
Oh,
all
there
over
are.
the
There's plenty
country.
of 'em.
That's what those are for consumers to go and meet brands. That's what there should be. This is just a trade show.
But I think a lot of the YouTube cigar influencers have kind of glamorized these shows and created them into something that they're really weren't supposed to be. Like, as
Yeah.
much as I love Cigars Daily, like his trade show vlogs are cool, and it's like, oh, he gets to meet all these people. It's like, yeah, he's still a shop.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
He's not just hanging out with people. Like, that dude is putting in large orders, and he's getting discounts because he's doing it there at the trade show.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to being there and meeting a lot of people that I've only talked to on the phone. So it'll be a good time. We're looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, I like it. Cool. What are
Yeah.
you getting out of your second third here?
It's kicking up in strength for me. There's a little bit of spice actually at the front of the tongue. And the retrohale is bringing in a little bit of a red pepper note for me.
I'm not quite there yet. Mine's still pretty much just baking spices. A little bit of a like a white pepper tingle on the tongue a little bit. Maybe that's it, but nothing major yet. But I'm just approaching the second third. Not quite there yet.
The Caymus for me is leaning into some of those like marshmallowy, toasty notes. Still has that like red fruit thing. It sounds goofy to not call it grape, but it's not distinctly grape for
Sure.
me.
It really is more blackberry to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I love blackberries.
And a little bit of a cherry quality in there too. And almost more like the Luxardo.
I see
Oh,
like
yeah.
a dark, like
Yeah.
a dry Luxardo
Yeah.
with like leathery notes.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Really smooth.
but that's just really hanging on for me on the tongue. And then going back to the cigar after it, it's adding that little bit of spice quality, which is really nice. I have never
You get
enjoyed.
some like red meat qualities between the two together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
Like I
it.
get a little bit of with the Criollo, kind of gives me some of those like meat flavors.
Speaking of
Definitely
meat,
spice.
this would be an amazing pour to have with a nice
With a
steak.
steak.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Big
have
old
amazing.
tomahawk.
I had a dry aged ribeye and a
Oh.
pour of Caymus one time, and I was just in heaven.
mm-hmm.
And I went home and I smoked a Knuckle Sandwich Maduro, and I was just like, "Yep, it's a great night.
Yeah.
It's fantastic."
Speaking of Knuckle Sandwich, his birthday was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So
He'll be releasing it here in the next.
56.
Do we
Yeah.
want to talk about his Instagram live where he forgot what day he was coming to blend?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly though, he does he pays
was
someone
reading
to
off
keep
the
track
script
of
and
this.
somebody forgot to
I
write.
know for sure.
Yeah.
It's
Poor guy.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just funny to me. Like that guy.
he's big. He's a big deal, man.
He is a big deal. He has a huge cover charge, and that's why you have to pay to get into his event at Blend.
Well,
It just is what it is.
it's not just the cover charge. It's a ticketed event. Honestly, if you have Guy Fieri coming, you have to do a ticketed event.
Yeah.
You can't be open up to the public because
Some
you'll.
rando's gonna show up.
Well,
and-
everyone's going to show up just for a chance to meet him.
Yeah.
But I mean, the $100 you're paying for that ticket is still a great deal.
You a meal.
You're getting a meal. You're getting some of the Santo tequila, which he's a part of. You're getting
get a stick with it.
you're getting one of the Knuckle Sandwich cigars. I don't know which one.
56. Probably.
You know
not.
what? It could be. It could be. I mean,
Probably isn't. But it could
probably
be.
not, but it could be. It's 300. No, I thought it was 100.
I think there was 2 levels.
Oh, there might be 2 levels. Okay.
GA is,
that's right.
is more of
So
the
100, you're
$100,
probably
and then
getting like a
300
cigar
you
and a
get-
pour.
I think you get like 5 sticks, a pour, and
And you probably get more of a meet and greet.
you get
with
like an air
actual
high
guy.
five. Like you don't, yeah,
An
you don't get a
air high
handshake.
five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a nux.
Yeah, Nux.
That's it.
Elbow.
Elbow. Yeah, you get to pass him in the hallway.
I just want to go there and drink Santo with him and him tell me about how I'm taking a trip to Flavor Town.
Flavor Town.
I'd be scared to hear that in person.
You know, I saw a God, what was it?
Demystify Flavor Town for you.
I saw somebody talking about that. It was actually a cigar media. Cigar Media is who it was. And I know exactly who it was now. I won't throw them under the bus, but they were talking about the Knuckle Sandwich and how everything behind his brand is actually not even owned by him. It's owned by a corporation. So the name Flavor Town, and this guy said, the name Flavor Town, they can't throw that on the box anywhere. I'm like, it's on every freaking box on the bottom. It says made in Flavor Town, every one of them.
Flip it
so this
over.
guy was not paying attention. Let's put it that way.
Well, I just don't even know how you could make a statement like that on a Cigar News account or blog or whatever, and then just put it out and not having done your research. Like, I am sure he owns the corporation that owns Flavor Town. The guy has his hand in everything.
Everything. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he even has his hand in Liquid Death. Like, there
Does
are
he really?
I wouldn't surprise me. I
so many, like, I know Burt Kreischer has his hand in
there's
Liquid
like
Death.
10, there's like 10 major celebrities that are
Really?
involved. Yeah,
Yeah, serious. And it's water.
It's water in a freaking can.
But
not even that good.
if Guy told you that he had his hand in Liquid Death, you'd be like, that makes sense.
Must be special.
No.
It's
Just be
water.
like, that adds up.
It's water.
That adds up.
It's from a tap in Napa
Yeah,
Valley.
if you look at the bottom, it says Flavor Town on the bottom.
Yeah.
There-
Man, I taste all the water in this. It's
the only
amazing.
thing that I do appreciate about Liquid Death is it's bringing sparkling water to more gas stations.
That's true because like
And,
a lot
like-
of the other stuff is going away now.
It is. Like, you can't find Perrier in most gas stations or San Pellegrino, which, as goofy as this sounds, like, I just drink sparkling water all the time. I bought a Soda Stream just to make sparkling water at my house.
I gotta try that.
So I am very thankful for Liquid Death being in gas stations, and like their flavors are good. Mango Chainsaw being
It's the only one I've
the
tried.
best.
It's the only one
Mango
I've tried.
chainsaw.
I like it. They had some like tea variations that are pretty bad, but I think they know that because
So I'll
I
tell
haven't
you
seen
this,
them around in
J-
a while.
Jen makes fun of me all the time for doing this too.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for opening a sparkling water and then letting it go flat, which like defeats the purpose
Defeats
of
the
a
purpose
sparkling
of it.
water.
Definitely does.
But have you ever done that? Like it is a different flavor than just drinking a flavored water.
It is.
Yeah.
So to me, a non-sparkling, sparkling flavored water is really good. Get ready for this hot take here.
Is that called water?
This fool will open a sparkling water, take a sip, sit it on his nightstand, and go to bed and wait to wake up in the middle of the night to drink it so that it's not bubbly. He wants a not bubbly water. It's ridiculous.
That's funny.
It's really good. I urge you to try a bubbled water. Because it's
Maybe
a
Kevin?
different flavor.
Maybe you just have bad water at your house. Maybe you should.
I paid a lot of money for that filter.
Let's say I've
yeah.
I've had RO
You
water.
sprayed it all over the kitchen.
I did do that. It's aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah, actually, I've had RO water in my old house, and we moved it to the new house for 30 plus years. Like when RO water was so stupid expensive to get in your house, we had it. Love RO water.
Hey, Rob, if you're rich, just say that.
No, it was not an option because Pendleton water is the
It
most
is
mineral,
bad. Oh my
minerally,
gosh.
and all
That
the
was
fluoride.
the hardest part about
Oh,
moving here was the change in the water. I
Yeah.
mean, we could drink water out of the faucet in Louisville. And
It's limestone.
It's
Kentucky
limestone.
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 Kentucky.
So like we didn't have the what's the salt thing? The
Water
we didn't have a
softener.
water softener.
Yeah.
We didn't have RO machines and then we moved here and like you drink the water out of the faucet and you get a chunk of ice and you're like, this is dog shit.
Oh,
This is terrible.
everything up here they had to throw all that shit in there to make it better for you. Like, let's throw fluoride in
Alkaline
there,
and
which is,
fluoride
by the
and-
way, it's poisoning.
They're
Let's
turning
throw-
the freaking frogs
You're
gay.
turning frog gay. But they threw that in there because it's supposed to help your teeth. I'm like, yeah, but it's killing you from the inside out. It's fine though. It's
Look,
fine.
everything causes cancer, okay?
It does. It does.
Everything does.
Except for Caymus wine
Except for Caymus wine.
and cigars.
Also,
actually, cigars are extremely carcinogenic.
wow.
Yeah, just don't inhale it. You're fine.
Yeah, don't do that. No, it's a
Max Crosby.
We did put an RO tap in our house, and you can find a lot of those under sink kits on Amazon now. And
Yeah,
we've
they're-
been rocking one of those for like 6 months.
What did that run you? An Amazon one?
Yeah,
They're
like
actually
$200.
not- Yeah, they're actually pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I got reamed. I paid
yeah?
way more than that.
Is it just an under sink kit?
Yeah, but it's got the 5-gallon jug. It's got 2 filters. It runs the fridge, the
Okay.
faucet, and
I am
That's
just
what we have
running
too, all that.
a
Yeah.
tap, and it's got a 3-gallon jug under.
Like we
I
got
think
the
ours is
8-gallon
5.
in drawers.
yeah, I
8
think ours is
gallon.
like 5. But
Yeah.
when it's out, it's out. Like there's
See, we never run out because the 8
Yeah,
gallon.
mine never
Which
runs
8 gallon
out.
was great when we had 5 of us living at home.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 of us. We're like,
well, like we're
It never
filling up
runs
water
out.
bottles. We're filling up gallon jugs for the dogs. 'cause
That's what we
let it
do,
aerate
too.
For the dogs.
I keep
Yep.
So I just started working out in Fountain Town. If you don't know where that is, neither did I until I started working there.
kind of like
So-
I
Ingles.
live near there.
Kind of like
Yeah.
Ingles. Until you
Yeah,
go there,
me
you don't
too.
know where it is.
Yeah, I live near there.
But I've been making coffee in my office, and I started using the water there, and I was like, this is not going to work.
Did your machine clog up yet?
No, it didn't. So I just bought a gallon jug from the grocery store,
That's
used
what I
it
used to
up, and then I keep taking it home and filling it with my RO water
Yeah.
and just keeping it there.
When we
good.
still had the house in Kentucky, Jen would send me with gallon jugs to mule water back here for her. 'Cause before we had the RO machine, she would just send me with.
That
And my
is
trunk was just full of
ridiculous.
water. I was just peddling water
Well,
back and forth.
When we opened up here, my water guy, I had him put in an RO system for us,
Yeah.
which we had to have RO going into the humidifier. It fixes all your problems. Just use that. But I had to have him do that split, which is like 35, 40 foot of hose.
Yeah.
Another 25, 30 foot over to here.
For the ice maker and the
For-
water.
Not for the
No,
ice maker. You can't use it
do
in
it
ice
in an
makers.
maker.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't get it, but you can't.
No
use,
way.
You have to use regular water and then filter it with a different type of filter for ice.
Maybe that's why our filter costs so much then, because we ran ours through the water supply, through the fridge for the ice maker, and
Well,
Yeah.
mine goes into
Faucet.
my fridge to make for water, but there's another filter that actually filters
through
goes
that as
into
well.
that. It's RO water, but it has to be filtered for some reason. I don't know if there's some kind of a mineral in there that will
so
actually
does yours
mess it
still
up.
run through the filter in the fridge?
Yeah,
See, ours bypasses that.
yeah.
So like,
I'm
I'll
sure
never be
that
able to get
fridge
that
filter
filter.
isn't doing much.
No,
Like
no.
by the time it gets through an RO system, like I think
Pretty-
mine's 5 stage before it goes into the RO tank.
for $220 on Amazon,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that's what pisses me off. My first one, I think we paid like $5,000 for
It's
the
like
entire system.
$500,
Yeah.
and then
$5,000.
$2,600 for
And
the softener.
and the filters, yeah. She says it's only 300 for you. Yeah. The softener will get you.
I'm not responsible for the bills.
Clearly. Very clearly.
Clearly.
There's no doubt in our mind that
Okay,
you're not
yeah.
responsible for
Numbers
it.
are hard, okay?
Yeah.
Numbers
It's
are hard
okay.
sometimes.
It's okay.
By
But
the
the
way-
package collectively is hard.
We did get another new whiskey. It's not new, but
Yeah.
we did get the Jack bonded rye.
Oh, good. Okay,
Oh,
I was
okay.
curious if
I
that
still
showed up.
haven't even tried
That's
that.
good stuff.
Yeah.
We're drinking wine
No,
today.
I'm not going to drink it today.
But it's really good.
I wonder if it'll replace Rittenhouse for me. I love Rittenhouse rye.
I need to make you a cocktail. I need to make him a cocktail with the.
Oh, the one you made us the other day.
What was that called? What was the Pikesville rye?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
With-
Pikesville is grown up Rittenhouse. I love Pikesville.
So you do Pikesville rye and use that for the rye in your Toronto.
yeah,
That's what Fireball should have been. It literally tastes like a cinnamon
that's
disc.
wild.
It was the weirdest
it was
thing
decent.
ever.
It was pretty good.
It actually was
Yeah,
pretty
It
good.
was actually pretty good.
So
It was all the Fireball, no regret.
So
Yeah.
Pikesville and Rittenhouse are the exact same rye mash bill from Heaven Hill at 2 different proof points and 2 different age statements. I think Pikesville is I might be 6.
You may be right. I think
6
it's right.
year. I don't
Which
fact
one,
check me.
Pikesville?
Pikesville.
I think
Yeah,
I've got it
Okay.
in the bag.
I think it's 6. Don't fact check me on that.
I'm
don't
doing it.
just
Fact
whatever. But Rittenhouse is just age stated at 4. I love Rittenhouse for all of my cocktail pleasures. But Pikesville will do the exact same job, and it's proofier. So it's like
And
2 different moods for me.
It's just
is
so much cinnamon. So much cinnamon.
So Mike,
Yeah.
fact check me. It's 6.
It's
It's
6.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
I know my
Confirmed.
rise.
Confirmed.
So have you guys heard of anything new in the whiskey world coming out? I know we're
Man.
getting to that time of year, man. People are starting to do it. I mean, we had the 1924 come out from Old Forester.
I
So
really
much.
think that we are at the end of it because most of them will do their big releases O&D, but never, not hardly at the beginning of the year unless they're releasing line staples.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and they're not like most of the other stuff. It's just gonna like a batch 2 of a finish.
Gotcha.
So like most, there's what was the one? I can't remember. It's coming out in March. It's gonna be batch 2. I think it was one of the Penelopes.
Oh, the next Architect maybe coming out.
I think it might have been that one that they said was gonna be around March or April.
It could have been Rio.
That's what it was. It was Rio. It was
Yeah.
Rio.
Okay.
So that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is what it is.
it's good.
Have you tried Rio?
No.
Okay,
I've got
I ha-
one.
I-
you really?
Yeah, I'll bring one in.
That's cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's Amberana. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's Amberana and honey.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Speaking
But-
of honey,
Did you see the Good Times release?
no,
What
The
was-
Amberana and honey with a triple wax dip from some club that they like. Come on,
extra
guys.
strong.
They are notorious for just absolutely tatering out those
Oh my God.
bottles. And the funny thing is to me is how widely known it is that Good Times is actively flavoring their whiskeys.
Yeah.
And how they still move on secondary groups.
Yeah.
I truly believe that most whiskey consumers do not like whiskey. I just don't think that they do. They would rather something flavored. And
Yeah.
you know what? That's okay, but I just call a spade a spade.
But that does make sense with a lot of especially from COVID on, a lot of younger people have gotten into whiskey, and it's like it's hard to jump into a high proof straight bourbon, straight rye, whatever.
But you're talking like 112, 116 proof kiwi banana strawberry flavored bourbon from MGP.
yeah.
It's just like
It
There's
is.
some mint in there, and he got me.
Yeah. No, they had a watermelon brandy
Pass.
finished one. There's no watermelon
No,
brandy.
pass.
It just doesn't exist. It does not work. It's just funny to me. Actually, that should be a segment that you guys do. Is just scrolling Good Times Instagram
We'll leave out for Jen.
page.
Hey, Jen, rest for you.
Fill her up.
Okay, so Good Times bourbon.
Let's
What
see it.
what have they come out with? Mexican vanilla blueberry finish.
That sounds amazing.
This is their honey cigar. So finished. Oh, okay. So it is a cognac, Armagnac, and Oloroso sherry and honey cask finish. Let's go. Creamsicle cask finish. Hawaiian honey cask finish.
You know, I love my creamsicles barrel aged.
Toasted honey apple cask finish, cookies and cream cask finish. So this is a single barrel straight bourbon whiskey finished in 2 unique Char 5 American white oak, Mexican vanilla, and cacao casks. Mexican vanilla Amberana cask finish.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
All right,
here,
so we're
here-
doing a good time segment.
here's a good one. Here's a good one. Neapolitan cask finish.
Oh, nice. Again, the ice cream barrel age, man, is delicious.
So this is a single barrel straight bourbon whiskey finished in strawberry brandy, Mexican vanilla, and cacao casks.
Oh my God.
The thing is with them,
Again, strawberry brandy is not a thing.
yeah. So the thing is with them is when they do something that they call cigar cask finish, they're normally pretty good. Because they are copying the Magnus recipe, and you're getting decently aged MGP on it.
I tried. Brandon had a bottle of it. I tried. I was like, it's actually pretty good. It's not
good.
Joseph Magnus good. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't
I didn't
great.
try that one.
It was actually.
It is
decent.
also typically $150 compared to $230.
$229. Yeah, $230 last time I bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. Some of their
But again, good times at $150. Come on.
I understand. You act
MGP,
like
baby.
that's not their price for everything.
I know. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't realize good
Dude.
times is that expensive.
Yeah, dude.
It's standard now.
They
Good
are
times.
Yeah.
Good times. Come
they're
on, baby.
absolutely crazy. Mexican vanilla blueberry finish. They did an Amberana honey.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
This is
Yeah.
Mexican Neapolitan raspberry.
Oh.
It's a good old times rye.
Oh, good old times.
Yeah, non-chill filtered. And it is
Wait,
108
If you're
proof.
using ice cream, it can't be non-chill filtered.
Well, at this point, I appreciate the fact that they've like embraced the memes.
Look at us. Yeah. Hey,
It's just
like you've said before, all publicity can be good.
Yeah.
It can. Like, literally, there is an ice cream cone on this label that got approved by the TTB. Like,
And some of the other
look at
things
the back
are
label
pandering
on
too
that.
much to kids.
yeah.
That's
Look at the back label
That's
on
colorful.
this.
Some dude with an ice cream cone and a sombrero.
and Washington. had to
I think
change
that's
their
racist.
mascot.
Like, that's racist.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
That's funny.
Have you heard of the old Commonwealth Distillery?
I have heard of it. I don't know anything
You heard
about
of
it.
I haven't had anything from them, but I have heard about it.
So supposedly they're coming back.
Okay.
I think,
What were they most known for?
I think they did the last batch of Stitzel-Weller stuff, like Julian Van Winkle, second, maybe the third, was running that at the time, and I'm pretty sure they did the last batch of Stitzel-Weller at Old Commonwealth. So I'd have to say it'd be something from the Van Winkle line originally, when it was still Stitzel-Weller.
Yeah.
They closed. I don't know when, but they've been closed for 20 years, maybe. It's been a long time. But a group of guys in from Louisville ended up buying the distillery and are experimenting with honey. So their first, it's sourced, of course, but one of them is a honey finish. So that made me think of
Gotcha.
that. So
I would
within
imagine
6 to 7
they're
months.
far removed from anything Stitzel-Weller at this point.
Oh yeah, no, I think like the last one was like 1968 or something.
Yeah.
Before they moved over.
They'll
Their website's
probably-
still up. Like it's running. They've got their mash. Well, they've got their sourced product and they're experimenting with finished stuff. So again, they're doing finishes.
MGP or Barton finished in honey, or it could be Dickel finished in honey.
Yeah. So
Which
We'll
I'm
see what
not sure
happens, but-
Dickel would do well with honey.
I don't think they would.
I think that's a bad move.
I couldn't do it.
Rob, what's coming up in the shop?
Well, so this Thursday, after this airs, Thursday, February the 1st. That is this coming Thursday, right?
Yep.
Holy crap. Cigar 101 starting. Again, like we've said before, it's not going to be a class. We're just going to be talking. It's going to be a conversation. I know I've already got several people said they're going to be here for all 4 weeks, 7 to 8. If we run over, that's great. It could be done in half an hour. Who knows? But we're going to sit down. You go and you grab your cigar, get you a pour of something, sit down, and we're just going to talk about, this first week, cutting and lighting and etiquette. Just some basics. We'll get into some more in-depth stuff as the month goes by. We got, the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd. So every week's going to be a little bit different. We're just going to see how it goes. So that's going to be a really fun conversation with anybody who wants to come out. Don't feel like you have to be a brand new person, into cigars. If you just want to come and hang out with a few people that are going to ask questions, just come out and hang out.
Also, if you're newer to the shop and you're looking to make shop friends, this is a great place to poach them.
It is.
You're talking about guys that are just getting into cigars or just getting into cigars here, trying to learn shop etiquette and all of those things.
Well, and not only that, too, I think Scott DeShong said as long as he's in town, he's going to be here, too. He's been smoking cigars probably 20 years.
Yeah. So
So it's not anything new to him, too. So there'll be other people. And honestly, like I said, this is going to be more of a conversation. So other people can kind of share, like I'll talk about the different types of cuts. Well, someone might say, I prefer a V cut. And I ask, why do you prefer a V cut? And we can talk about the differences between those and why you may like one over another. Stuff like that will be great.
the only one that's wrong is a punch cut. No, I'm just kidding. It's really whatever you prefer.
And honestly,
I was going to say the crown cut, but
The crown cut?
Yeah.
I have
but some people like that too.
some cigars have a tight draw, and I will crown cut them.
Yeah, sometimes you have to.
But it's more out of
Asylum.
function than always doing it.
Right. So so Cigar 101 coming up. We still, and I'm surprised at this, we still have a few tickets for the Jackie.
oh wow,
Sidekick
really?
event,
I thought those were gone.
February 25th. So if it's something you want to do, if you want to get to know Jackie, go on, I think it's Amazon Prime. Is that where Neat is?
I think so.
I think it was Prime. I think it might be available on HBO too.
It might be. I just watch it, so I know it's either on Prime or Netflix because I've got those two. Jackie, there's a segment that Jackie's going around to bars and talking to some of the bartenders, kind of get to know her personality a little bit behind it. And honestly, that's just a great show, period. But you get to know her a little bit. But come in, sign up for that event. It's $150. It's going to be a private event on a Sunday night. You're going to be able to taste through, the senses that she's trying to get you to pull out. It's going to make your palate better no matter how long you've been into whiskey. So definitely get in on that.
Sensory training.
Sensory training. We do have some other events coming up. This is kind of news to me, but I guess we're doing a Super Bowl party on Super Bowl. I guess I'm working late that night.
Big game party.
Big game party.
Big game party.
It's a super game, something, whatever. So apparently we're doing that. So
Super big bowl game.
So if you're coming in here, ask Lisa about it because this is her baby. Because I didn't know we were doing that. We've got
Playing foosball.
foosball.
Foosball's the devil.
Foosball the devil. Oh, what a great dude! I watched that the other day. I laughed so freaking hard. My God, that's a great movie.
What were you watching?
Waterboy. You ever seen Waterboy?
No, huh?
Oh
With
my
Adam
God,
Sandler?
dude! You gotta watch
Really?
it.
Oh man.
The foosball's the devil.
I don't watch a lot of Adam Sandler.
Oh my God,
movies.
this is his classic.
That's why I didn't
movie.
respond to any of the memes. That
I
you were
get it.
sending.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
literally did not know what was going on.
I like college and I like football and I like the boobies.
She showed me the
Yeah.
movie.
She showed me your boobies. I like it too.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Great movie, man.
And then we have February 29th, which is the week of our 2-year anniversary. We've got Tyler from Espinosa coming in. We're doing an
Heck yeah.
Espinosa event. I will tell you, we're going to be running some great deals that day. You'll be able to get some of these like the ZDT. And if you've seen the presentation on that, it's in a
That's the Las
jar
Seis.
humidor. The Las
Ceramic
Seis
jar.
Provincia ZDT ceramic jar humidor with 20 cigars. We'll have those even on sale. So
You
you'll be able
missed
to
one.
get those.
The
What?
16th. It's McAuliffe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't gone back to that. Yeah, you're right. So the 16th, we're having Al McAuliffe and Jeremy's going to be coming in. Jeremy's the rep. They're going to be coming in here, and we're going to be able to meet Al. Al's been in this industry for quite a while, even though the brand's not been, long. He has a great story. I'm not going to share it here. I want him to share the story. So get in here on the 16th. You'll be able to get in on some great deals. If you haven't had the McAuliffe Black yet, you need to. It's freaking delicious. We
And
got
I'm
tons
sure
of them.
that cigar will be on sale.
Oh,
and
they
that
will
just
be.
makes it even better of a
Yep.
deal.
And by that time, I don't know. No, we won't have the blue yet. The blue's not coming out till the next event. But yes, February 27th through March the 1st is the entire week is our 2-year anniversary week. So we'll be running specials and doing some fun stuff there. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff coming up. We're getting into kind of event season, so we're getting excited about that.
Heck yeah. A
Yeah.
lot going on.
A lot
Sure
going on.
is.
A lot
Yeah.
going on in this area.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
we got All-Star Week coming up, so it's bringing a lot of people into town. So we'd like to see some people here from that. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
We
And
Go
like
down to the airport and just throw out a bunch of stickers and see who picks them up.
yeah, like you do in Vegas.
Yeah.
We'll have pictures of Mike doing this with his
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I got one of those from the 500
Did you?
Yeah. from
Nice.
me and Scott.
Oh,
I'll
there
print
you
that out, put it on a sticker,
go.
and
That would be
go.
good.
throw it out.
That would be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. We're real excited about our 2-year. It's hard to believe it's been 2 years already. It just doesn't seem like it should have been. It's
Crazy
been
fast.
So fast.
That means I've been here this long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, been here.
It's wild.
'Cause you
I've
were
been
here
here
early on.
longer.
Yeah. Yeah. First couple months.
I've been here more than 2 years. I was here when
You were here when we
Inception.
didn't have anything in here.
yeah, Rob and I sat out in the parking lot on lawn chairs and smoked cigars and shared a bunch of pours. Yeah, it was a blast. But you saw something cool this week at one of the games you were working.
I did.
Some dude
I did. Yeah.
won
So
a special bottle.
a 15-year Pappy.
Nice.
Putt for Pappy. So yeah, at the University of Louisville, they do putt for Pappy every once in a while. Usually just like once a year
And where were you working that day?
at the Yum Center. I was in Louisville.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were doing men's basketball, but
What do you say it like that?
Well, they're not that great this year.
it was an amazing game until like the last 4 minutes of the second half. I mean, we had the lead at one point
Yeah.
against Duke. It was crazy, and we're a bad team.
And
Like
you
we're
were-
very bad.
You were directing up top?
I was
or-
technical director, so I was
Yeah.
in the studio watching it from afar. But we had within 5 points with 4 minutes to go. We lost by 20.
So talk about putt for
Yeah.
Pappy because I think this is
98 feet was this putt on hardwood through a hole in a Pappy sign.
Wow.
It's incredible. So they give you 2 chances. If you miss the first one, you get moved up to like 40 foot from the half court line.
But so do you get a Pappy 7.5 year? If you
No,
would?
no, you get the same. You get the same one, which I always complained about. You should get lesser. Give them a lot B or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot B.
Yeah.
But no,
A
guy
lesser.
drained it from 98 feet.
Yeah.
Just first shot
It's
right down the
absolutely
middle.
crazy.
Dude went nuts.
That's
I'll
awesome.
share the video. It's crazy.
So what are your chances of doing that? Do you think your chances of making that shot are as good as if you were to just walk in on any random day at a liquor store and find a Pappy 15? Like, how many people have you seen do that, and how long? have
3.
you- 3?
I've been there for my 11th year, and 3 people have hit it
Wow.
Wow.
in total. Like, I think only one other person has hit it from the full court range, and then one person hit it from half court. So still amazing nonetheless, because
Yeah.
nobody hits the half court shot. Somebody at University of Kentucky hit a half court shot the other day for 10 grand.
Yeah.
But nobody hits that. And even if they do, they try to pull it back because they don't want to pay you.
Right.
Like, it always makes me think of Jackie Moon in what is that movie? Semi-Pro. Have you seen that one? Will Ferrell. Oh,
No.
it's hilarious.
All right.
So they're trying. That's in like the 70s. All these basketball teams are trying to merge into the NBA, and their team is the Flint Tropics, and they're all falling out of the league, and they're trying to dissolve everyone.
Like
So
Flint, Michigan.
yeah,
The tropics.
the Tropics.
the tropics.
Yes, the Flint Tropics. Yes,
That's
where they
pretty
had the
good.
water issues.
Yes.
So
the tropics.
Jackie Moon is Will Ferrell, and he has this big check presentation to some dude. He has to hit a half court shot, and he hits the shot. And he gives him this big check. That's all he gives him.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually pay him. He just gives him a big check.
Take that to the bank and try
Yeah.
to cash
So he
it.
comes back to the next game. He's like, Jackie, I can't cash this check, man. Can I just get like a regular sized check? He's like, no, that one's good.
That one's
Like,
good.
that's good. They won't take it.
They won't take
They
it.
won't take it. So they always try to jip you out of something. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
the putt for Pappy that's awesome. It was cool to see. It's cool
I
to see
mean-
someone actually win that.
I mean, it's kind of cool. It's not near as cool as the kid that hit the shot at the Fuel game and won, Penn Station sandwiches for a year. It's not that cool.
Yeah, it's not that cool.
But it's cool.
Yeah, equal value.
Probably is about equal value.
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty goofy, but Penn Station goes hard. Like I do like Penn Station.
Yeah.
The Pacers. Yeah,
Can you
Pacers do
imagine
buy one
winning
get one.
Penn Station for a year, dude.
Dude, so I was listening to Tony Katz's Finger Show, Eat, Drink, Smoke, and they were talking about Applebee's, and it was last week. They released out, they were going to do it on, I think they were going to do it on a Monday, and by the time I listened to the show, it was way past Monday, and but they're selling for $200. They were selling a free, what was it, $30 value once per week for the entire year.
Of Penn Station?
No, Applebee's.
Oh, Applebee's.
$30.
I think I did see that.
And I'm like,
it
okay,
was
so
limited.
for $200, you
yeah.
you can get up to $30 worth of whatever
For
once
a year,
week.
right? It's
for
like
a year.
yearly membership?
52 is a
52
lot
weeks.
more, or times 3 is a whole lot more than $200. I'm like, hell yeah, I'd go over and get some appetizers once a week.
Yeah, Victoria, we're going
Where's
to
their
Applebee's for
Where is there an Applebee's, though? Like, I think the one in Greenfield just closed.
Anderson has one.
Oh,
I
is it?
think
Okay.
the one in Greenfield's still open.
I'm pretty sure they closed that one. Maybe they tore it down. They might have tore that down.
I don't think so, but you could be
I haven't been
right.
there for a long time. The one in Anderson's still open. There's one down in
If you
Noblesville,
guys
too.
are looking for any classy place to take your significant others on
White
Valentine's
Castle.
Day, it's Applebee's.
White Castle.
There's no other place you can
No,
get a
no, you gotta
beautifully
get
Best
served
baby
chicken
backs out
dish.
there.
They're hybrids.
Yeah. The cocktail menu is off the chain.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Good times there all the time.
$1 margaritas.
$1, and they're worth, and that's about double the price it should be.
That's all. Yeah, that's all you need.
Served in a little plastic Dixie cup.
Hey,
The little mini red ones. Yeah.
stay classy, Applebee's.
Stay classy.
Hey, they know their market.
They do.
That's okay.
They do.
Yeah, thanks to them. But yeah, so the Pacers do Penn Station too. They do BOGO if they win, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they do like a coupon. It's like a BOGO.
So Penn Station
sandwich or
really does
whatever.
give away a lot of stuff. That's kind of cool.
Well, they ought to. If you go there and you buy a large, I guess it's a large sandwich and like a fry, and it's like $17.
It is
jeez.
ridiculous. Their chicken
Yeah.
cordon bleu sandwich is bomb though. Fries are pretty good.
I always get the
Lemonade
teriyaki. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're the best. Is it weird to you to eat malt vinegar with fries? Is that a weird thing to you?
Well,
I like it occasionally.
Not
I'm from the north. That was like what we did. Like that
Yep.
was just all
Fish
we,
and chips.
Yeah, it's fish and chips. So we
Yeah.
had fries with malt vinegar.
Yeah,
Like, they
and
have
you can
the
do that
best
there.
fries for that. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Better than Five Guys.
Yeah.
Not a big Five Guys fan.
I'm not either.
I do like Five Guys, but I always feel like I've dropped my wallet after
Same,
I've been
same
there.
thing. Yeah, you
Like,
get like a
it's-
baby burger and a order of fries, and you're $15-$16.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Without
matter
a
that
drink.
they're unlimited fries.
Oh yeah,
It's like I can still only eat about 20 of them. I'm
it's
done.
like 6 potatoes and like
Exactly.
one order of
Yeah,
small
I know.
fries. Like
serious.
go, if you want extra fries at
And
Five Guys,
they
go
make
at the end of
sure
the
that
night.
that bag is sopping wet.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
roll it on the grill before they hand it to you, and then
swear.
wet their hands down in
I
a bucket
swear,
of grease,
dude.
and then plop it on
It's
the table.
worse than movie theater popcorn.
Yeah, but damn, movie theater popcorn's so good.
Yeah,
Oh.
but if you put it on the wrong piece of clothing, you got grease stains on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went and saw Oppenheimer. Me and Rob did.
Yeah.
At the, what theater was that? Up in Hamilton Town Center. Escape
Imagine.
or
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
That's
cool
a cool
theater.
place. Yeah,
It
it's a
is.
nice place. Bar, you can get you some.
Yeah,
some
take
whiskey.
drinks to your
It's
seat.
expensive though.
Yeah, but you know, you're going out. It's a day. It's a
Yeah.
night on the
Pack a
town.
flask. Be okay.
I'm not gonna say that we did that.
I'm not
but-
going to say I did that either, but I did that.
That's my move
Yeah.
at a movie
You know, and
theater
that's what
is
was
pack
funny.
A flask full of JTS
Yeah.
Brown and get a large soda. Sip
Well-
it out until I can fit the whole
and then
flask.
you pour it
there.
in.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's the way it used to be at when it was the Hamilton IMAX. They would let you bring whatever you want to in. I mean, I have people bringing full large pizzas
Yeah.
to the theater, but
Oh, wow.
we'd always stop by and get a large pop on the way to the theater. I mean, people bring in bags of popcorn themselves.
Bring a tub of lasagna.
They
or
would let you
something.
do, yeah, you could.
It's like the
you could.
weirdest shit.
You could.
What are you eating over there? Crab legs.
Yeah, crab
Stop
legs.
at Outback.
Stop at Outback.
Applebee's. Yeah, don't forget your Applebee's
Yeah.
on the way
There-
to your
there's
Oh,
a,
exactly. Your free
yeah.
Applebee's.
There's a good ramen place over there by HTC. I think it's called Kodo Ramen. It's behind that Chick-fil-A in
Okay.
that shopping mall. So if you're ever looking for a good bowl of ramen, like that's it.
We went to I Love
Sushi.
Sushi. Is that
I love
is that what
sushi
that
and
is?
Thai,
Yeah.
yeah.
That place was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah,
I went there
fantastic.
twice. Once was really good. Once was not so good.
We got a new place in New Pal, actually.
Yeah?
Finally got a Chinese place called Pot Stickers.
Oh, yeah?
I think there used to be one in Greenfield.
I've heard
and
of
they
pot
closed.
stickers around here. Yeah.
Yeah. Jen went. She said it was good. I tried to go to this morning. They opened at 11. No one was there except for 15 people waiting to get in.
Oh, wow.
So I went to Subway.
So
Nice.
I heard that place is the old owners of the, and this is extremely regional talk. I'm sorry if you don't know, if you're not from the area. That place is the old owners from Bamboo Garden in Greenfield.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's what it was. Because
Yeah.
they were talking about their ties to Greenfield, and
Yeah.
they own a couple buildings in New Pal that have like a coffee shop and then like a nail salon or something.
Yeah.
So, but they seem nice. I mean, it's booming. Everybody loves it. I
Yeah.
didn't have time to wait today.
You gotta
so.
love Chinese food.
Well, I mean, that's where the Thai restaurant in Anderson, that place is still crushing it.
It's good too.
And it's some of
It
the
is
best
so
Thai
good.
around here, I think.
Yeah.
I'm still a little partial to Phai Thai. I like Phai Thai a lot.
Fire ties. Oof.
The only problem with Phai Thai is they don't always know what spice level they're going to give
That's
you.
my only complaint with them.
Yeah.
Like you can get a red
think
curry medium and it will come out blazing hot,
Oh, yeah.
or it'll come out not at all.
You get it
Mild,
hot and
yeah.
then it's mild. Yeah.
Yep.
Been there.
But the one over there in
Those get hot all
Anderson,
the
they're
time. You're
usually
gonna get
pretty
something
good.
good.
Although last time Lisa did give me medium, and it was definitely more on the hot side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I didn't mind.
I went to Phai Thai one time and I was so congested, and I was just like, okay, I want hot. Well, asking for that, they were like, yeah, F this guy, like let's go, and just
Into the night, just like dumped all the spice on it.
I don't know what they did,
It's
but
a
I was
crusty layer on
sweating
top.
and crying, and my congestion was cleared up within 2 bites.
Yep. Kind of like going to St. Elmo's and get the
Yeah.
shrimp cocktail,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah. So we went to 1933 last
Yeah,
week.
how was that?
It's amazing.
I love
So
1933.
good. I mean, they have a little bit of a different menu, and I just wasn't really feeling a steak that night or
Yeah.
just seafood because I just went to another place and got Chipino the day before. So like I was kind
You
of
were
feeling
good,
it. Yeah, I was
yeah.
good. So I got the prime rib sandwich,
That's what
like the beef dip.
the
We tried the navy bean soup, like you
it's
said.
good.
That was amazing.
Did you get a
And
Hughes
the
style?
bacon-
I know
No,
you
'cause
can't
that's
do
got the
sour
cheese,
cream.
so,
yeah.
No, I just had it regular, and then the bacon that Brandon Whistler told us to try. Oh my god,
It's so good.
so good.
Brandon knows his bacon.
Yeah,
He does.
yeah.
He does. He's gonna have to up his price. He has to buy a new smoker because he already killed a smoker
Did
with
he?
all the bacon. Yeah,
I'll give him one of mine.
that's true, Brandon. If you need a smoker,
Yeah.
he probably
Hook
has
you up.
one.
Yeah.
I already gave one to Isaiah, so
You
I got
did.
plenty to spare. Speaking of spicy, though,
Cigar getting
It
spicy
did
on you?
pick up.
it picked up a little bit. I
I'm-
got a little bit more spice on
I've
the
got
end.
a
a
little bit of
finger
pepper on it.
burner, so
Yeah, I'm getting there. So
I'm just getting close to the
Rob's
final
slow
third.
burning over there.
he sure is.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Any
I'm
final thoughts?
I'm
there,
really
Rob?
digging this wine though.
I think it's good. So the last time I paired a cab with a cigar was actually in California. It wasn't, I can't remember the brand of the wine, but it was a cab, and I paired it with a Warhead 8,
Oh,
I gotcha.
and that was an amazing pairing.
yeah.
That was amazing. Just all of that dark flavor, a little bit of like coffee.
Yeah.
Was so good. So that was probably the first time that I ever paired a cigar with a cab, and I was not disappointed by any means. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Very good.
Yeah. Any final thoughts there, Rob?
Nope, I think we're good, man. This was actually a lot of fun.
Just a
Great
beautiful
bottle.
pairing.
Great bottle.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to start your Friday at noon to kill a bottle of Caymus.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Deadwood Live for this wonderful table, and to Aladino for sponsoring this show. We love you guys.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at the Whiskey Pastor.
You can find me on Instagram at Spencer Lees, and both are visuals.
Yep, and I'm at Final Third Cigar. Thanks a lot again, guys. We will see you this week. Stop by and try this cigar. We got plenty in stock.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.